Well, Joseph Cheng is a political analyst and joins us now from Hong Kong. Mr. Cheng, thanks for joining us. So, as we heard from Bruce there, no suggestion that this was a ballistic weapons test. No one's believing that. But why do you think the North Koreans are testing a weapon of this kind and also having the leader go there and then putting that kind of message out on state media?
It is probably a gesture of impatience on the part of the Kim Jong-un regime and an attempt to exert pressure on the United States due to the lack of progress in the negotiations on denuclearization. The basic contradiction still lies in the fact that Pyongyang wants some kind of step-by-step approach with mutual reciprocity, while the Donald Trump administration insists on Pyongyang delivering complete and verifiable denuclearization first before it would lift sanctions. Now, this is certainly unacceptable to Pyongyang. We know that in the recent summit between the South Korean President Moon Jae-in and President Donald Trump, the South Korean side did try to help, did suggest that it would like to reopen its Kaesong Industrial Park in North Korea and to allow South Korean tourists to visit Mount Kamgang area. But these suggestions were turned down by President Donald Trump, who still insists on not lifting the economic sanctions against North Korea. And this probably triggers the present gesture of testing some kind of tactical missile quite short of the red line as perceived by all parties.
And you mentioned diplomacy there between South Korea and North Korea. There was this discussion, some talk this week of there perhaps being another meeting between Mr. Moon and Kim Jong-un. Do you think that's going to be affected by what's happened today?
I don't think so. I think as all parties tend to interpret this as a gesture, quite far away from crossing the red line, and therefore an inter-Korean summit meeting will probably represent a diplomatic means of trying to speed up the general negotiation process. Even President Donald Trump did suggest that perhaps a third summit between him and Kim Jong-un is feasible. But all parties also understand that another summit without concrete results to deliver will be quite useless and may even be counterproductive.
And Joseph, it's worth remembering, of course, that as well as stopping the missile tests by North Korea, the North Koreans wanted the Americans and the South Koreans not to hold those war games. Is there any suggestion that after this test of this weapon, war games in some kind of limited capacity may resume between the US and South Korea?
Exactly. This is the danger, because if North Korea continues to test these tactical missiles, then South Korea and the United States may also initiate or resume small-scale military exercises. Then you have, again, a reversion to the downward spiral, leading to further escalation of tensions, making further negotiations even more difficult. And that is probably, at the moment, both sides seem to be exercising self-restraint, and that also explains the suggestion, the plan of a meeting between the two Korean leaders.
Yeah, just hope that restraint holds for now. Okay, Joseph Cheng in Hong Kong, thank you so much.